Hi, welcome to another Entitled Parents episode of StorytimeGuru. If you like my content, please support my channel by clicking like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. In this episode, our first story is titled, Entitled Mom Tries to Cut the Special Line on a Supermarket, and Tries to Take My Mask Off and Almost Suffocates Me. Our second story title is, Entitled Mom, My Kids and I Are Moving into Your House and as a compromise, I'm going to let you live there too. Our third story title is, My Parents Keep Breaking My PS4 That I Pay For and Continue to Threaten to Break Every New One. Here is our first story. Entitled Mom Tries to Cut the Special Line on a Supermarket, After That, Tries to Take My Mask Off and Almost Suffocates Me. Posted by Gabriel3786. Some context before the story. This happened a few weeks ago, and I was getting groceries for my dad, who have now 64 years old, at a supermarket that is really close to my house. I also have autism, the Asperger syndrome one, this going to be important later. In that day I was using a nice mask of Spider-Man, yes, is a Spider-Man one, and I actually really love it, because I'm a fan of Marvel, made by my mom, who really loves making stuff with fabrics and things like that. She's now making masks for sale and donates for some people. At the supermarket, I just got the stuff and I just go to the special line, wait on it, because I discover I can use it because of my autism. An entitled mom has got on the line with her 7 years old and tried to cut me, and a nice 67 years old woman of the line. Me, hey. Why you cut me? Nice old woman, oh dear, did you cut us on the line? Entitled mom,
I'm just going to pass some things.
It was almost 50 items with gummies, Doritos, soda, and of course toilet paper.
It's going to be quick.
The nice employee, hey, please come back on the line. I was scanning her items, points to the nice old lady. Entitled mom,
okay.
It was okay on that part, just a little bit of craziness, but it's okay. For no reason people are cutting the line of everything here at Brazil in this quarantine time, lol. But, the kid just enters the story. Entitled kid,
Mom, I want a mask like that.
points at my mask. I just thought at that moment, F. Entitled mom,
My kid was being nice in this week. Can you give your Superman mask for him? He needs it.
me, first, this is not a Superman mask, is from Spider-Man. Second, is my only mask who my mom made for me. And 3, is not safe to give for someone a mask a person is using, so no, I can't just give it to your children. Entitled mom,
Shut up, you idiot. Also, why the heck you are here on this line? This is a special line, and you look like you are 11 years old.
what the heck, I'm 15 years old lol. Nice employee, he's here because of his autism condition. Now the special lines accept people with autism. Look at the sign, points to the sign at the autistic symbol. Basically it is that kind of scarf that is used in the months to show events about breast cancer, protection against suicide, etc., only made with colored puzzle pieces. Entitled mom,
This is ship. Why he can go on the line, and not me if I'm a single mom?
nice employee, I can't do anything lady. So at this point, I saw the face of entitled mom turning to red, and the impossible happens. Entitled mom,
You know what, your little autism F? Enough of this effing society not helping single mothers like me.
after she said that, she just holds my face, on the part of my nose and my mouth to take off my mask, who literally made me almost suffocate because she's pressing her hand against my face, grabbing so hard my mask. This was painful. As this scene was going, the guards saw this, and they started running towards the entitled mom, the entitled kid cheering for his mom, while she was almost suffocating me. Me, struggling for air, please, I can't breathe. Entitled mom,
Give your mask, you little son of a bee.
the guards were pushing her off from me with a so powerful push, that just breaks the elastic of one of the sides, making it pendant at one of my ears, and her hand out of my face. Finally, I just tried to fix it, but it was broken for real, and I start to sobbing, because it was one of the worst moments I have it on my entire life, and that mask was only one I have it, and I really love it. Me, now sobbing, what the hell? You just broke my mask? Common, my mom made it with a lot of love for me. Entitled kid,
Ha, now you don't have a mask.
he was laughing. Entitled mom, now being held from the guards,
Let me out. I have rights.
letting out a screeching noise. Nice employee, holy shit, I'm so sorry. I can get a discount for you. Me, cleaning my tears. It's okay, thank you. Guard 1, are you okay, kid? She had really strong arms. Me, I'm okay, don't worry. Entitled mom, still screaming nonsense.
Get your hands off me, UN.
Yes, she literally said that, for real, an equivalent of the N-word, but in Portuguese. The guards just got her to the exit of the supermarket, with the entitled kid following her mom, like a normal thing, who is literally a bizarre scene. Well, the closure of the story it was, my mask got fixed by my mom. Thanks mom, I love you so much. She got banned from almost all the markets, supermarkets, hypermarkets, something markets from my city, and also I'm fine, don't need to be worried about it, D. The end. Hope you're like it. P.S. Please ignore my bad English, I'm still learning some English. Anything wrong on the words, you can just say it to me to correct it. OP, sorry you have to go through that. I'm proud dad, one of my kids is on the spectrum, he has all my love and support, I would hate to see him in a situation like this, hope you are okay, and as you could see from all the love on this post, there is a lot of good people out there, and the good ones outweigh the bad ones. Stay strong, I'm glad your mom was able to fix your mask, and as you said, she made it with a lot of love, wish you the best, my regards to your mom. Our next story is entitled Mom, my kids and I are moving into your house and as a compromise, I'm going to let you live there too. Posted by Chaotic Nature 32. I'm a 32-year-old woman and I just bought my first house. It has 3 bedrooms, a yard, and is just what I need right now. I'm single and have 2 dogs and a cat. My sister is 34, has 3 children, and lives in a 2-bedroom apartment. Lately, she's been talking about how such a tiny living space is not enough for the 4 of them. When she got to know about the house I had bought, she became very upset and told me I was being wasteful as I'm single and don't have kids and therefore don't need such a big space. I reminded her that what I do with my hard-earned money is none of her business. She went on to complain to our mother about how selfish I was being. Yesterday evening, I got a call from my mom telling me I should let my sister and her kids move into the house, my house. I told her that no one was going to live in the house that I paid for, but and that extra space would be great for my dogs to play in. My mom also got very upset with me and told me I was being unreasonable, that my sister's kids are growing and need the space more than my dogs. I offered to help my sister out financially, so she could rent a bigger place. My mom got my sister on the phone who shot down the idea, telling me I needed to let her and her kids live in my house. When I refused again, she very generously suggested a compromise. I could live in the house with her and her kids and would not have to find somewhere else to live. She said this as if she was doing me a favor. I told her she had lost her mind and hung up. However, my mom and sister kept on pestering me, with my mom trying to guilt trip me by telling me that my sister had been crying over not being able to live in a nice house like mine. I got fed up and decided to shame them. I made a post on Am I the Jerk about this, and of course, most of the commentators could hardly believe how entitled my mom and sister are. They got bashed pretty badly. After getting the verdict from Am I the Jerk, I decided to send my sister and mom a link to this post, letting them know that I had made it. As expected, they freaked the F out. My mom texted and called many times telling me what a horrible daughter I am and how I've embarrassed her in front of so many people. I told her to calm down as these are all strangers on the internet who have no idea who she is. But asking my mom to listen to reason is like asking my cat to stop shoving things off of horizontal surfaces. So I told her I'd talk to her when she's willing to act like an adult. My sister has been crying about this to my mom and any other relative who will listen. Most of them won't. They had been on my side from the start and had agreed that my sister's demands were ridiculous. They think this whole thing is hilarious. Here are some of the best comments on this post. By Akira of Roses. It seems like your sister was the golden child growing up. And your mother still favors her over you. Who in their right mind tells someone who bought a house for themselves that they need to give it to another family member? And the whole, you can live there too? There is no middle finger big enough. And the fact that they both flip their lids when confronted with the fact that A. Other people know what they're doing and B. Think they're both entitled despicable donkeys, indicates that they know they're in the wrong and have no moral high ground. By Scragger. As a kid, one of the best presents we ever got was when my whole family pooled money to buy me and my brother PlayStation 1s and portable TVs. so we could each have a games console. Within 6 months my brother had broken the buttons on his TV and lost his remote, so to turn the TV on he needed to use my remote. Before the end of the first year, he'd broken the disc tray on his PS and my PS and TV had suddenly become shared. By next Christmas, my PS was broken too. My parents' argument for not fixing my PS and TV was that I needed to learn to look after my belongings. Similar to this, I was a kid who would save my pocket money and wage from my paper round. When I wanted to spend it I had to do so in secret, as if my parents learned that I had the money I'd be forced to share it with my brother. The first time this happened was when I tried to buy a GBA. I'd saved for 9 months to afford it and a couple of games I had about £150. When my parents found out I had so much they forced me to share it with my brother, meaning I no longer had the cash to buy the GBA and a game. The console alone was about £70. So with the £75 I was allowed to keep, I couldn't afford to enjoy what I'd saved up for. Worse still was my parents forced me to spend £75 when I found out I couldn't buy a game too, using an argument along the lines of, if you're not going to spend it you should, just give it to your brother. The worst part about the whole thing is my brother is only a year younger than me and was more than old enough to have his own paper round or look after his belongings. He just never cared because he'd always wind up leeching off me, and my parents encouraged it. Here is our last story. My parents keep breaking my PS4 that I pay for and continue to threaten to break every new one. Posted by Frosty_Cockaman. Okay, so I've been trying to find the right place to talk about this since I don't really got anywhere else to talk about it. There's another place this belongs, please let me know. I'm going to start on the first PS4. For a while now, my parents are pretty big fans of breaking or disciplining us if we misbehaved, but as time went on, their discipline did not affect me because I was used to it, since I would show no reaction like they wanted, so they would result into taking or breaking my belongings. They would always use the same saying, there isn't democracy in this household, it's dictatorship, and you do what we tell you when we tell you. So many times, I've wanted to say, every single country that tried dictatorship has failed, but I'm just trying to get the whole situation over with and not be called a dumbass by my dad. Lol. I can't remember the reason why the first PS4 was broken, but I can remember the last two, and I will say how and why they did it. The second PS4 I bought was a new one just like the last one with a whole terabyte. It lasted, for a while. Fast forward a couple months later, my brother and I get in an argument completely not related to the PS4. My mom gets mad and says, since you guys want to always argue, I'm throwing this PS4 away. We were obviously still mad at each other, but then I noticed what she said and went on to ask, why is she throwing out the PS4 I paid for? And she went on to say, this is my house, and you will do what I say, and this PS4 is a demon, so legitimately continues to throw my PS4 about 5 feet off the ground onto the grass. I was just in disbelief that she just broke my PS4 over something that had nothing to do with it. Onto the next PS4, I obviously lost trust in my family, so I bought a used PS4 with 500 GB for $180. I'm pretty sure I was robbed. Lol. The first thing she says when I get the PS4 inside the house, she says, I can break this one just like the others. I was annoyed, and I just responded, he'll just break your TV then, and she laughed it off. Obviously, I wasn't going to break the TV because I don't like getting my ass beat by my dad. Lol. Fast forward a couple months, and I get in an argument with her because I said, I'll do it right after this match, and for some reason, she decided to unplug my PS4, grab a bat, and in front of the neighbors breaks my PS4. She believes I'm emotionally attached to the PS4 and it's a demon, which I am not attached to it at all. Just annoyed my money has been wasted again. All I said was, if you're going to make me watch, at least do it inside without the neighbors watching after it all. She, again, discusses how you do what I say when I say, you should be thankful for all this and whatnot. At this point, my payback was simple, just stop communicating. I started becoming a lot quieter and not telling them about what I'm thinking and stuff like that, just overall being the quiet kid. I rebought another PS4 cheap, and I kid you not, I got the I'll break that one also BS. Luckily I still have this PS4, and I've been not using it at all with her inside the house, clearly showing that I don't trust her at all. She realized this and said, why aren't you playing? And I happily responded, because you might break it. I didn't look at her face because I was on my phone, but all I heard was her leave my room, which actually felt great to finally let them know I don't trust them at all with my belongings. If my new PS4 is broken, I'll make sure to update this forum. But as for now, I'm grounded from using my PS4, which is new, They grounded me because I was watching TV during class. After having this post up and replying to many comments, I've finally come to my senses, and I'm truly sad about how I really feel, and I've been hiding my feelings to myself. Thank you everyone for helping me realize what's wrong with this. A good amount of people have said you are addicted and somewhere around those lines, but I will explain why I get so many PS4s. I play the game to be happy and make money. It's a source of income for me. Not only that, I talk to people on a personal level that do help me with my issues. Gaming isn't always I better win. The community on PS4 has helped me a lot. There was a point where I was suicidal and a middle-aged man said, "I bet you have it tough. But at the end of all that hardship is a reward that you've earned." I will never forget what he said, and to this day I talk to him about my issues. I want to make it clear that the main reason for buying a PS4 is not to play games, but to talk to someone. Talking to people over a hotline isn't the same as talking to a guy in his 20s or 30s telling you how he overcame his problems. The gaming community is the reason I'm breathing, and I can without a doubt say posting this story on Reddit helped me so much on realizing my mistakes and what I should do. While I was reading all the replies and comments, I've come to a point of tearing up because I blocked out everything that's wrong with my family. I couldn't thank everyone enough, except for the one guy that said, "Stop bitching and grow up. You, sir, are the human embodiment of used toilet paper." I've decided to start saving up my money to leave this toxic household. I'm going to try to buy an apartment or find myself a roommate. I don't really want the police involved in my problems as well, mainly because my parents aren't from here, so if they get deported it'll cause issues to my siblings as well. As soon as I'm 18, I will take a lot of other people's advice and make a separate bank account and block their number for around a year, basically separating myself from their life in general. I had a very long talk with my cousin about my parents, and he said exactly, "Listen man, this is something even my mom has noticed. She was a bit sad you've become numb to the things your mom and dad say to you." He then went on to tell me how my parents treated others, basically being jerks. Again, thank you everyone for all the advice and such kind things you've said. It really means a lot. I hope I can give you guys a better update in the future. Meanwhile, I'm probably going to post stories about my parents around Reddit a lot. Final edit: out of so many, I have made an update post, please be sure to check it out. OP, as you said, is not just the playtime. You use the PS4 as coping mechanisms, and to communicate with your friends. You are not a bad person. Your parents are either tyrants or narcissists, and that is not on you. Things will get better. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Stay strong. All your anonymous friends form the internet are with you. Wish you the best. If you like my content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and tap the notification bell.